Hi there, Carl Irwin, the Common Magician. This is a short video follow-up to a comment that was made on the last video that I did for the thumb tip series. So we were looking at thumb tip handling in that last video. And in there, I talked about the natural position, the natural lie of the hands. And if you look at the natural position of the hands, it looks like this. So it's actually an open hand, but more of a fisted sort of look where the fingers are together. They curl in naturally as if you were asleep, right? This is the natural lie. And I was talking about palming and concealing in this situation. The comment was made that, well, that's good and well for thumb tip handling, but you couldn't do this with coin magic once you vanish something. The idea there being that once you vanish something, then the suspicion is too high to conceal in this way. Well, I think we're confusing active concealment versus a passive concealment. This is passive concealment, and passive concealment absolutely has its place in coin magic even after the vanish. What is essential here for both thumb tip magic and for coin magic when you're dealing with vanish and concealment is that you must first demonstrate emptiness. You must convincingly demonstrate emptiness before you return to passive, neutral lie, natural lie, where you're in neutrality and you're concealing something. So until you do that, you can't do this. And once you do that, you really must do this, or you must move on with the effect. Either bring the item back, ditch it in some way. You have to get out of that situation. You need to come here or do something else, but you cannot stay in active concealment very long, because those kinds of palms have their own sorts of tells and suspicions. So as an example to this, if I take a coin and I just do a very basic kind of, very open visual vanish, I can demonstrate emptiness convincingly, right? At this point, I need to return to passive concealment. I can't really stay in active concealment very long, because that is where the suspicion remains. The suspicion continues if I remain in active palming, concealment, and subtleties. Now, I've been here for several seconds. That's way too long. Once I come back to neutrality, I either want to move on with the effect, or I want to move on with, some kind of a ditching motion, some way to get myself free and clear if that's part of the goal. So the idea there is that passive concealment, natural lie, does have application after the effect, so long as emptiness is first demonstrated convincingly. And then passive concealment can then be used. So, I mean, you look at all the great coin magician, you can look at Roth, and he's in passive concealment more than he's doing anything. In just this natural lie of the hand, holding something in palm, classic palm, or in finger palm, or something like that, switching back and forth. Neutrality is a great place to switch palms. So that's another thing. You demonstrate one subtlety, emptiness, then you switch to another one where you can demonstrate a different kind of subtlety of emptiness. And doing this, again, subtly, one to the next, to the next, to the next, over time, in a matter of a few seconds, you demonstrate absolute emptiness while you're still holding on to something, using neutrality, natural lie in between. So just to clarify that question with a bit of a follow-up there. So anyway, good luck with that. Happy magicking.